And we are back. Welcome to some more RSC SSA Season 2 action. And we're in match week 5 now, over the halfway mark. And we've got some exciting fixtures. Everything now, it's really has a meaning behind it and really playing out the story of the season. And I'm joined for the first match of the Elite Division with the Bromeo. Hello, Bromeo.
Hey, how's it going, Mac? Week 5 already, man. It means we're already past halfway. It means that this entire league has gone in over 5 weeks. I think like people are going into their sixth fixture already.
Yeah.
And can you believe it? I mean, this is supposed to be a long league. It feels like we're just getting started.
Yeah, I mean, I was sort of saying in the early weeks still, oh no, plenty of time. I mean, 10 matches that these teams have to play. Make sure they play everyone in their division. So it's a lot of Rocket League and a lot of weeks. But I mean, we're already on match week 5 and I guess sort of game 6 for a lot of these teams. So a lot of them are accumulating the points at the moment. Especially looking at the two teams we're starting with today. We are starting in the Elite Division with Brototype currently sitting in 2nd and Kitsune currently sitting in 3rd.
That's pretty hectic. I see that they are 1 point separated currently. Ooh. And they've got like 3 goals separating goals scored and 3 goals separating goals conceded. So mods, we need to throw up a prediction in chat so that we can see what chat thinks about this upcoming fixture, because honestly, it's too close to call. It's that tight.
100%. And I mean, both these teams trying to catch that VK team currently sitting in 1st, but only by 1 point. So if one of these teams can actually take the win today, that elusive 3-1 or maybe a 4-0, I mean, I don't see a 4-0 happening. Let me just say that. But it could be very interesting. And this is a very important fixture for both these teams. This is a chance for either of them to try and break away from the other one and try and get some points for their team just to try and get ahead, as well as just the general standing. So yeah, I'm very excited for this lobby. Personal prediction before we jump into it. I don't want to be boring again because I'm pretty sure I've said 2-2 for the past 3 weeks, but I'll give 3-1 to Brototype. I'm gonna say Brototype.
Ooh, that's a brave call. I mean, Acro and Lemons lead the elite leaderboard for demos, but they don't lead the leaderboard for goals scored or assists. So this is in a very aggressive bro side, whereas we're going to have a look at Apex, and they also look like more of a team kind of dynamic. So I think I'm going to go, just for the balance, I'm going to say Apex takes it 3-1.
Okay, nice. I like the contrast there. Makes it more exciting between us, at least, sort of trying to keep our predictions there. But it looks like we're going to be hopping in shortly, so I'm very excited. We've got 2 very good teams, as we have mentioned, and I mean, so many of these names up there in the stats. The stat that I always come to expect with these bro teams, though, is demos. So Brototype, both of the players are top 1 and 2 currently for demos, and I believe they've got almost 40. I know it's 30-something plus. So I'm expecting a bit of a bloodbath today because I know Kitsune are also 1 to demo.
Well, between the two of them, they've almost got more demos than Olympic. But here we go, our first match of the evening. Bro in red and Apex in purple. And right off the bat, Source smacks one in and Apex takes the lead.
Yeah, nice pressure off the kickoff there. Epidex electing to go forward, and Source also not respecting any of the space. that Chase is trying to do. And, you know, those are always risky aerials at any sort of level going in front of your own net. And it just shows how risky it is. Source just dunking it straight in the net. That's a very early 1-0 lead. So Prototype are going to look for an immediate response. But already seeing these pre-jumps and these aerials, and this is the elite level. We love this level very much. And it's cool to sort of see these guys definitely on the come up and names to watch for the future. And hopefully we'll see in Masters maybe next season.
You are definitely starting to see another goal, it seems, from the general manager of Apex himself, Epidex, scoring off a very wild 50. Yeah, I didn't see that one coming either, but either way, Apex is up 2-0 and there's only been 30 seconds gone, so this isn't a fantastic start for Prototype, but it's still anybody's game. And are we going to see another goal? Yes, we are. Epidex is busy showing his charges how it is done.
Yeah, all of the players on Kitsune right now just opting to go forward, sending everything, not giving this Prototype team an inch off of any of these kickoffs. And I mean, just like that, we haven't had a full minute of gameplay, and they're down 3 goals. And sure, I mean, both these are high-firing squads, but another whiff coming out, so it's definitely Prototype starting the slower of the two, but they have that offensive power. But 3 goals down in a minute is a very tough position to be in. But there's a nice drive. One demo by Acro is going to open up some space and a bit of play in the corner. But Kitsune, they're going to be happy to absorb any kind of pressure now because they have got a very comfortable cushion.
Of course they do. A 3-goal lead. As I say that, Chase puts in a laser from midfield and brings one back for Prototype. And I was about to say, Acro is busy counting his demos, you know, like Gimli from Lord of the Rings. 1, 2, 3, 4, you know. He just keeps counting because they never stop. And if you let Acro get going, he's going to start causing some damage. So you want to shut him down where you can. But Acro putting it through to the corner. But Epidex there to stop it, deciding he didn't want to be there anymore. But now a little bit of drama on the line. And Chase, with an opportunistic goal, picks up another one for Bro. And, you know, 30 seconds in, we thought this game was done. But yeah, Bro.
Oh, wow. What a response. I mean, we were saying that it's such a tough position to be in, and we've been shut up quite fast. I mean, 3:30 still left on the clock, and it's a very even match now. Suddenly, Prototype in a much better position. So, well, on them, they sort of did a bit what Kitsune did to them, is they're taking advantage of these aggressive plays and finally meeting them properly, showing their own aggression and electing to get forward here. Nice little pop by Acro, sending it around 1, and Lemons just with an open net pretty much. So fantastic response and almost an instant response by the Prototype team. And see, this, Romeo, this is why I thought we might have a draw today, but I didn't want to be boring. And now I'm regretting it with my 3-1 prediction because this is shaping up to be very close. I mean, 6 goals in the first 2 minutes.
Not even 6 goals in like the first minute and a half. This is absolutely nuts. This is definitely not a game for the defensive purists. There have been some wide open goals and Lemons passing it through, but Acro didn't see a car in the front, so he didn't know what to do, couldn't get it in. But Bro still with possession, and Lemons taking his chances. Acro with the pressure and keeps it going. That's a laser of a shot, but fantastic save by Jace. And this is quite unrelenting at that point. Fantastic fake by Chase. Oh my god, me too.
And there, a bit of Chase versus Jace action. Finally, the matchup I've low-key been waiting for. The better ace of the two, but that was quite close there. But it seems both these teams sort of stabled out for a bit. We're finally calming down. Everyone's sort of figuring themselves out a bit better. I mean, this early stage, we've already seen quite a couple of whiffs coming out from both teams, but it's also credit to the fact that they're giving a lot of respect to each other. I mean, I've seen as you sort of said the words open net, one formed, but it wasn't the Prototype team that were able to capitalize, and that was just mainly because they didn't expect Kitsune to just not have a player there. So at the moment, it looks like their mutual respect is there, and both teams holding strong. So who's going to break the deadlock? A bit of back and forth at the moment.
Talking about respect, Jace on that attack on goal with an attempt of 2 fakes. 2. That, in my opinion, humble opinion, is slightly disrespectful, but I love to see it, so please, do more. Lemons with the shot. Acro not being able to follow that to redirect through. And now, Apex is going to take it. Passed off into the middle. Lemons with the pressure. Acro's up. Gets the touch. Now Chase trying to bang it through, and he gets it. You felt like that goal was inevitable. The amount of shots on goal within that last 10 seconds, you knew Chase just had to.
Yeah, well done on Prototype as well. I mean, it was an attempt to clear by the team in pink, but immediately dunked out, and that's just sort of the Prototype pressure that I think has definitely grown as a result of those 3 goals early on. They definitely put their heads down and have focused more now, and that was lovely pressure, as you mentioned, to earn that goal. Chase sort of at the back of the 3-man effort, sending everyone forward and getting the goal to his name. So yeah, well played Prototype. Still a minute here, so that's definitely not the winning goal, you could say, but a bit of awkward pressure still coming, and that could be the winning goal. Prototype now go 2 more goals up.
Okay, so within the first 30 seconds, Apex had 3 goals.
Yeah.
Now with a minute to go, Bro has 5 goals, and Apex still has 3 goals. That is a monumental performance by Bro. They must have heard us giving them a little bit of doo-doo, and that is why they're playing so well. I will stand by that. Chase playing it across, but Chase. Lemons playing it up against the wall, but Source there to counter. Acro taking an opportunistic shot, forces the double commit. Now Chase all the way back in again. Epidex a little bit awkward, taking the shot. Yo, this game is turned on its head in more ways than one. And I've got to say, Mac, I didn't expect this from a game 1.
Yeah, I mean, what a wild game 1. We're sitting on 8 goals in this early stage, and I mean, we're sort of waiting for these teams to get better and better as this goes on. I mean, still 3 games to go, and this is how we've opened. But yeah, very interesting, as you mentioned. Kitsune going up 3 goals in the opening minute of the match, looking very dire for Prototype. But either the best pep talk mid-match or the hardest lock-in I've ever seen, because Prototype 5 unanswered goals coming after that 3-0 in the minute. So yeah, whatever they said, they're definitely back in it, and that pressure they were showing, that's what I've come to expect from this Prototype team. That's sort of what made me edge them out over Kitsune and deciding who I think is actually going to win this series. And yeah, I mean, fantastic there. Acro 4 assists to his name, Lemons 1. Definitely a team that work well together, sending everyone forward. And Kitsune, they did a fantastic job of that early, didn't they? Their early pressure was fantastic. They were catching Prototype absolutely sleeping. And unfortunately for them, Prototype woke up. So how can Kitsune now answer after 5 unanswered goals?
Well, I saw the demo stats there with Bro coming out with 6 from that game, indicative of a lot of pressure. So are we going to see more Bro domination in the demo stats in the coming games? I certainly hope so, but I would hope even more, for my tipping's sake, that Apex comes back and give these guys a bit of a whack this next game. Going into game 2, we are about to find out, and the heat is just getting started.
Oh yeah, 100%. The Elite, you never really know what you're going to get. I mean, some days it looks like the teams are almost perfectly even. It's like the CVs were to the absolute decimal point, and then other days it just looks like one team is far better than another. So it's very weird and very flip-floppy, but these 2 teams have shown their consistency over the first half of the season. This is 2nd and 3rd in the Elite Division, so these teams know what position they're in right now. One stat you were telling me earlier, both teams were undefeated until their recent 2 matches, both of them taking losses. So it's sort of at the moment both these teams wanting to put that loss as far behind them as possible and get a win on the board, especially against their closest competition.
No, 100%. Yes, both have lost recently, so both will want to demonstrate that they are still in the hot seat for taking the league table. And Acro off the kickoff demoing an Apex player just to demonstrate that he's not here to play, he's here to kill. Now Chase playing it across, a little bit dangerous. Epidex almost getting the shot off. Now Jace playing it back into the corner, couldn't get the shot off. Lemons with some fantastic defense, and Acro being an absolute menace up front. I'm not even sure what he's doing, but it's mainly because he run out of people to kill.
It's almost like he's got that presence to him now. You know, it is Acro, I think, that is the top demoer in Elite. So it's almost like you see his name and you don't want to get too close on the off chance you're just going to explode. But it's a nice shot by Lemons, getting some good pressure on. And at the moment, the Prototype team are looking rather scary, especially Acro. It's not just his demos you got to watch out for. All of these guys very capable in the air, capable of some fantastic shots. And the pressure really switching ways. Early on, it was Kitsune, but no 3-goal buffer this time. So we're looking at Prototype now with some extended pressure, doing well, have decent amounts of boost, getting those demos. There we see it again from Acro. But will this result in a goal? Close attempt by Lemons, but it's just barely kept out. But the pressure isn't over yet.
Bro is absolutely camping on the apex line. You feel like something has got to give, and finally a release of a little bit of that pressure, but Acro's not done yet. Sort of putting it straight up into the air. Acro couldn't get towards the back where Epidex was hiding out, but Jace with a shot through, and he couldn't get it. Jace smacks it in for the deciding first goal possibly, and what was that? We just spent 2 minutes of watching Bro absolutely pepper the Apex net, only for Apex to come back with a runaway goal.
Yeah, singular counterattack is all it took. I mean, a fantastic clear out to the center by Epidex on sort of his own back end. So Prototype maybe just a bit too extended that time. And like you said, it was feeling like Prototype were just not relenting at all. And we were hoping Kitsune would get even a little bit of sort of relief, a bit of space. And look what they've done with it. A fantastic shot by Jace. I think it was 112 kph around there, if I'm not mistaken. So absolutely smacked the life out of the ball. But now they want a bit more close attempt here, but it's still possible. Jace and Source getting shots to their names, but Acro with a save to keep them out for now. Now Prototype going down the other end, but the third player doesn't commit. So a bit of back and forth at the moment, but it's still Kitsune with that 1 goal that they're going to be very happy with, especially when they have these chances to counter-attack.
Like watching a ping pong ball. They are smacking it as hard as they can across the field. Jace with a demo of his own, playing it straight down into the middle. Oh! Lemons with an unfortunate own goal, but Epidex with an absolute mortar.
Yeah, hitting the ceiling. Oh, and I mean, definitely very hard to read. I mean, rolling down the back wall with some speed, so unlucky Lemons. That's unfortunate.
Acro not quitting to get the ball and the demo, it seems, but Source taking the ball up the wall, gets the pass off down the center, but nobody there to take it. You're going to feel like if they want to build some of their own pressure, they need to keep the second man closer, but it doesn't matter. They are 2 goals up and aiming to get a third. This is just the reply that we needed from Apex. This is exactly what we want to see. And now pressure continues. Acro with a desperate save across the backboard. Now Jace keeping it close, but Chase up in the air, playing it all the way back to the Apex net, and Lemons scores an absolute roller against the grain of play. Very fantastic catch there. Catches it, pops it, boop,
nobody hurt.
Uncle.
Yeah, I mean, I was going to say, Prototype, they've definitely got their distinctive playstyle of send Acro or someone forward, get the demo, and try and use that space. And they've done that really well, and it's just 1 goal difference now with a minute to go, so it's still very doable. It was looking a bit worrying. They were struggling to have very convincing chances. I mean, this Kitsune team, we were sort of saying that they did really well in the counter-attack, but oh, that's a close chance. Prototype getting creative with it, another demo coming out. And they're starting to pile on the pressure. I was going to say, Kitsune, they had some nice pressure of their own. I mean, it looked like they were stuck. Then they got that nice transition goal. And then they had some pressure of their own to get the second. So, well played to them and a great response. But still work to do here. 30 seconds left and Prototype. Oh, that might go in. Yes, it does. Epidex gets to it in time. And that might just be what they needed to secure this second game.
Epidex is putting in a man of the match performance. He's definitely going for MVGM. He is definitely leading from the front, and it's definitely showing now with Apex 3 goals to 1. And complete antithesis to the first game, because we're looking, sure, I mean, that's still quite a lot of goals, but with 14 seconds left to go, it might be a bridge too far for Bro, so just in time for Apex to pick up their first win, and they did it in style, even against the grain, even against all of those demos. I can't wait to see the demo stats, because that's going to be telling.
Yeah, and I mean, fair play to Kitsune, because they did get some demos of their own. It did open up a bit of space, and that's what we were sort of alluding to before this matchup, is both of these teams more than happy to get physical and to send players forward. And Kitsune, credit to them. I mean, like you mentioned, Epidex, monumental performance in that, getting the assist on Jace's goal and getting 2 goals of his own out of those 5 shots. So, well played Epidex, definitely the offense for Kitsune in that one, and they've kept Prototype quiet. I mean, if you look at the shots on Prototype's side, only 4. And I say only 4 because Prototype are a team that love to get that pressure and really pile it on you. So Kitsune, well done on them, because they are sitting on 10 shots. So, interesting scenario now, Bromia. We had a 5-3, 8 goals in the first one, only 4 this time. So, do we think there's going to be an absolute goal fest in this third game? It's definitely on Prototype to try and get some.
I think that both teams have now sussed each other out. They've both claimed a win. They're both feeling pretty confident. Apex now saying, yes, we can win these games, even though we're getting demoed the hell in. And I see that Prototype getting 6 demos in the second game again means that this is pretty much what we can expect to see heading forward. Now, game 3, it's still tie, 1 game apiece, and I've got to say, Matt, neither of us is wrong yet.
Yeah, I mean, still a chance for either one of these teams to really cement themselves after this series. A very promising position to be in once you get to that 2-1 up in the series with only 1 match to be played. So it feels like the momentum will be with the winner of whoever gets this one, and definitely possible to get the 3-1, but it's felt a very back and forth so far, not just sort of in the series, but also just the games in general, watching the ball go from one end of the pitch to another, as it's doing now. Lemons trying a nice attempt, but Kitsune back in time. Yeah, I mean, it might still end up a draw. It's close enough between these two teams at the moment to justify that, but yeah, 3-1, I think this Prototype team is still capable of my predictions, so come on Prototype, let's see what you can do with Chase flicking it forward, but Jace intercepting. That's going to be fun to keep saying.
Jace and Chase. Who is the better ace? Max Espresso. So I'm seeing a lot of back and forth right now, because both teams don't want to take any risks, because a lot of the goals have been scored off the counter. And you can see when it gets to attack, it starts getting a little bit static. So it actually suits both teams better when there's open play. And as I say that, Epidex hits the crossbar. Another crossbar by Source. Now Jace hitting the crossbar for a third time. Surely.
Oh my word.
It's an immaculate save. But Acro finally getting the clear of what was very, very good defending by that post.
Yeah, talk about skin of your teeth. I mean, both posts and just barely the pre-jumping defender, they have held on Prototype. I mean, we were complimenting their offense, but their defense, not something that we've mentioned too much so far, but it has been quite solid in that moment when it really mattered in this third game. 2 minutes gone, and neither of these teams really wanting to concede that first goal, but nice infields at the moment. Lemons to Acro to Chase. Unfortunately, not quite in, but Prototype piling on pressure, demos left and right. This game feels like it's getting more and more tense by the second.
Man, it's like they're dancing, but there's murder on the dance floor. Chase putting it in. Lemons not quite there. That was a bit hard. Now, Lemons with an aerial attack. Trying to beat Jace, but very, very well challenged. Now Chase up there, grabbing it. Putting it into the corner, but no boost to fully get that one through. But the attack is still on. Acro's a little bit of a pass. Lemon's not quite able to get there. And you feel like Apex are handling this one well. But as I say that, it could have been a little bit tricky there for the Apex team. But it looks like this is just counter-attack play. They want quick ball. And as I say, that's Jace against the run. Set up a quick little pass play. Source putting a brilliant pass up against the backboard, catching Jace completely undefended and putting a simple one in the back of the nets. Now Apex 1-0.
Yeah, and that's kind of reminiscent, to the second game of how it was Prototype piling on all this pressure, and you can't help but feel they're going to get a goal soon, and they even had that moment where they just barely held on, and it felt like that's really good, but they're going to have to hold on just about now. Epidex unable to get around it, but this Prototype team was surviving, but finally it just goes down the other way. A bit of disruption coming up from the Kitsune team. It seems this Prototype team definitely are more the ones to try and dish it out more than they are to receive it. So well played on Kitsune, giving Prototype a taste of their own medicine so far, but more and more demos starting. Still only one goal between these two teams with a minute 30 left on the clock. And yeah, the importance of this third game is really showing in these players right now. It's ramping up in speed, ball flying at hundreds of kilometers an hour, but still just this one goal. Both teams, it feels like both are holding on, but Kitsune are holding on to the lead, so they're the happier of the two.
I think Apex will definitely be happy if they manage to pull a 1-0 out of this. But Acra up against the backboard. Lemon's not there to meet
scary.
it, but Acra with another kill to his to notch up against his sword. Chase putting in the kill, putting it in. Jace with the save. Now this is the pressure that we are seeing from the bro side, and who needs to defend when you attack like that? And just like that, another run of play, a fantastic bump there by Source, securing that ball. He was not going to be denied. Source putting in a bump against Lemons, couldn't quite get there. And now we're seeing an Apex side playing confidently against aggression, and now with 2 goals to their name.
Yeah, I mean, they've held on so well. I cannot state that enough. They really were able to go at anything that this Prototype team threw at them, and just so effective on the counterattack. I mean, we saw 50 by Epidex at the start of that play, and then Source just lovely solo play, recognizing the space, taking the 50 with the last man, and just overall fantastic play from everyone in Kitsune so far. Okay, well that's an awkward one as I'm complimenting them, but 1 goal to Prototype. Lemons, a nice bit of play to himself. Sort of everyone for Kitsune taking a moment to readjust, and that's just a bit of an awkward spot to try and make that save, so we'll give them that one. But Kitsune still, they've really impressed me in this game, and I really hope that this final 10 seconds doesn't have any surprises.
Well, Bro not quite able to get the fat clear off that, but Acro rotating just in time to put one through to Chase. Lemon's gonna see if he can receive that before it hits the floor.
Oh, there we go.
Can't. And now Kitsune taking the ascendancy in game 3.
Yeah, and a very interesting game, that one. I mean, it's very reminiscent of the second game. It felt like Bro were sort of going into that one like, guys, all right, let's really give it all. Let's really go to it offensively. I mean, I'm excited to see the demos yet again. I'm pretty sure they got over the 6. I think Chase alone got close to the 6.
So they scored 11 demos. Acro got 6. Now, the telling stat, though, is only 1 shot by Lemons, and that's the time he scored. Now, however, on the other side, we're looking at 10 shots by Apex, so the pressure dynamic has completely changed. And now, if you had to look at this game on paper, it's no wonder that Apex won. So, now, going into game 4, the best Bro can achieve is a tie, and Apex is going to be going for the jugular. I can see it very strongly in their future.
Yeah, the second game and the third are so similar, both 10 shots to the side of Kitsune, and I think Prototype had 4 in the second game, if I'm not mistaken, as opposed to that sad little one, unfortunately, in that previous match. So more shots need to come up from Prototype. I mean, they had plenty of demos, but like you said, it's a bit weird, isn't it? Have so many demos, but only 1 shot on target. So maybe those demos need to come at better and more opportune times, because at the moment, Kitsune, they've played this so well. I mean, they've taken their chances when they have. They've done really well with their shots and their counterattack so far. And defensively, despite all the demos, despite the constant pounding that this Prototype team do and all the Bro teams do so well, they are holding on. And in this 4th game, they're looking to make your prediction true and get that 3-1 for themselves.
Apex being pretty much a shock absorber to all of the pressure that Bro has applied. And just like I say that, ends the run of play. Acro managing to pull the last gasp save in. Now Lemons trying to get the clear through, but Epidex, last man back, but doing maybe just enough to stop the onslaught. Lemons in the air though. Oh my gosh! A goal. Fantastic bump there. I'm just waiting to see who this was. I think it was Chase.
I think all three, yeah. Everyone had a...
That was an all commit.
Yeah, that... Wow, I mean, Prototype, talk about their ability to send everyone forward and commit for the goals. All three players in the sort of center of the net there, making sure they're either going for a bump, going for a ball, or just trying to get something on a player in general. So, well done. They are rewarded with a goal early on here, and we were a bit worried about Bro for a moment. We were sort of saying this Kitsune team have more than happy to weather the storm that is their offense, and now they've got a goal. They've worked hard for it. They've had to go through a couple of Kitsune players, but now they have a chance to make this a draw. They have a chance to get a nice result on the board. And that's a lovely fake by Lemons, but he's got no boost, has to go for the dunk. And unfortunately, they will not be getting a second goal quite yet, but Chase, I think he's already got about 3 demos. Well, that's definitely 3 now, so he is being an absolute menace. This Prototype team definitely sending everything they have in this last game, and why not? It's for that second point on the board.
I gotta say, no wonder there have been so many runaway goals, because you see, if Apex survived the pressure and managed to get a clear out, there's no one home. Yeah. So luckily they've managed to get a little bit better at getting back home faster. Now Acro possibly about to receive his own medicine, but Lemons blocking in Jace, but Source is there putting it through to the ceiling, but Lemons gonna play it all the way back. Now a little bit of pressure on. Lemons is gonna try and take one, and he gets it. Such patience, and honestly, I was faked out even. I thought he was gonna take the shot right here, but puts it in, shows a little bit of patience, and finds the net wide open. Fantastic goal there.
Yeah, and you almost can't blame the Kitsune players, because, I mean, the Prototype players have been throwing themselves at the ball, not just in, like, the past 2 minutes, but this entire series. They've been more than aggressive and trying to dunk everything they can. So, yeah, that fake there, absolutely cheeky by Lemons. And, I mean, Epidex was just rotating in the net, and I think it was Chase on the line that was trying to backflip, not expecting the shot. So Lemons, well played to him, and Prototype, well played to them, as they are 2 goals up, still a little less than half the game to go here. And very much a contrast to the second and third games. We were complimenting the defense of Kitsune, but that is a horrible time to bring that up, because this is not a moment they'll want to look back on.
Now Lemons playing the shot gently in. Epidex trying to get the save, and then Source desperately at the last line, but unfortunately tapping it in. Now, Bro, 3-0 up. Now, I gotta say, we called a tight game, but and we didn't want to go for a draw at this point, but there's still 2 minutes to go. Apex can turn things around. We have hope. And like I said, that Chase playing it through. Acro trying to get the pop, doesn't get it. Oh, that was just almost there.
Yeah, you can help but feel if that last one went in, then this match is over. But I mean, yeah, like you mentioned, 2-2 result would be really good for Prototype at the moment, especially considering, I mean, if you look at just the last game, Lemons, fantastic shot. Really I think he's just, all 4 goals have gone to Lemons at the moment. Just absolutely sending in this last game and coming up huge for his team, just below the crossbar and lurking forward. And Prototype, they look completely reinvigorated in this last game. They're really playing for those points, those demo points. I mean, all the stats right now, feels like they're almost padding it, but now they have a chance to had a save, not quite. Ball a bit loose there, Prototype getting a bit too excited. And I mean, you mentioned earlier, it is still comebackable. I mean, it's definitely possible, but a minute 30 left on the clock, 3 goals. I mean, that ridiculous first game we had of a minute of 3 goals, and then it ended 3-5. Very possible, Bromeo, but I think we're looking at a draw at the moment. Let's see what Kitsune can do.
Kitsune now with possession. Epidex leading from the front. trying to start going back some of the lead. But Chase putting it in. Lemons with the challenge. Still has possession, but no boost. Passes it off to Acro. That's very, very awkward. But now a bomb over the line. Source was gonna be there to try and attempt a cheeky one. But now, back again. High balls galore right now. And it looks so disorganized, but it's on purpose. They're just playing over the pressure. And I think that's some superb play by Apex. They're launching these bombs to try and get it over Acro, who's most always sitting there waiting to kill you. So if there's sharks in the water, I don't blame you for not wanting to swim. Chase with the possession, but Epidex not being able to get the tap. Now the goal is open. He just needs to get it in. But now 30 seconds remaining, and I think you may be right, Mac. I think we are gonna see a draw here, but if we have a look back at the stats and the games that we've seen here now, do you blame it?
I mean, this series has just gone so back and forth. It's been so interesting to see. I mentioned before we got started that RSC in general, as well as mainly looking at Elite, obviously, this being our first match of the day, it's very sort of flip-floppy. I mean, at times, one team looks completely dominant in a match, having 10 shots to 1. And then the next match, I mean, Prototype coming back, 4 goals to Lemon's name. I mean, a fantastic response by them and a fantastic series overall. I mean, there it is, the 2-2. I told me so. So, still a very fantastic match. Kitsune, they had a very good chance, but Prototype came alive in that last match, especially Lemon. So, really great first game of the evening.
Well, another 10 demos put in by Bro, and like you pointed out earlier, the demos don't necessarily insinuate domination, but it definitely signals intent, and Bro was showing all of the intent last game. So well done to Bro, well done to Apex. What a thrilling draw. Now, this was just the first game. We've got tons of Rocket League still to come. It is Dwarfs versus Brotato coming up right after the break. It is a prospect game. It is positions 1 versus positions 2. Both are looking incredibly strong. And let's see how this one goes, but I can't wait to see it. So, folks, hang on to your seats. It's going to get exciting. We'll see you soon. Hello, RSC. Welcome back. I am joined here by the beautiful, amazing Dutch to cast some nice little prospects games we have over here for you.
Lolly, it is good to be back. And it wasn't even planned. I just had a look around in the RSC server and I saw who was on casting today. All of a sudden I get a message from Greybeard asking, "Hey Dutch, can you join?" I was like, why the hell not? You know, I finally have the time, so might as well. And what a game to come into. First versus second in the prospect tier.
Oh yes, it is going to be a very spicy one. We have Valkyrie Knight Dwarves versus the Brotatoes. I'm personally pretty excited for this one. I think it's going to be a very nice showing of what these teams have to offer here.
Absolutely. I mean, last season when we saw Dwarves versus Potatoes, it was unfortunately a little lopsided. The Dwarves seem to be a little bit more on the up and up, but this season they're very head-to-head, aren't they? I mean, both of them have really good records in the last 5 games. Only one loss for Dwarves, and the rest have all been wins. Now, Potatoes are coming out of a draw from their last game, but I mean, if you look at the stats, it's absolutely insane. They, you know, for the Dwarves, they've won 18 out of 24 games. 18 out of 24, and they've only lost 1 series. Now, that series was way back in game week 1, and since then, they've gone up to score 30 goals as a goal difference. So they've scored 30 more than they've conceded. I mean, the Dwarves are in spectacular form. But that's not to say the Potato isn't. They've also got a goal difference of 25. So I'm expecting high goal scoring games tonight.
I am too. And when you look at the stats of each player, each team is rocking multiple players in every single scoreboard. That's whether it's top scores, most saves, demos, wins, assists, everything. Both teams are just rocking plenty players, packing a lot of punch.
Absolutely. And I mean, Fancy Lizard is one player to look out for. I mean, he's first on the stats power rankings. He's third for goals with a 1.33 goals per game on average. That is some doing. He's first on assists and third on win percentage as well. I mean, Fancy Lizard is the one Potato look to take them to their goals. But here we go. Game number 1 is ongoing, and on the blue side, we of course have the Dwarves, for which we do have Sixpenny Sunset, Kai, and Aoki. And then on Potato side, we've got Fancy Lizard, we've got Sponge Dog, and the captain himself, Unguarded Ace.
I see Unguarded Ace there, just hovering in the air for a little bit. Now it's Penny. Gets dunked immediately by Sponge Dog. Good touch onto the backboard, but Kai will be there. Big pop backwards. Can Unguarded Ace take advantage? Not quite. Now it's Fancy. Not the greatest touch. Kai, plenty time to capitalize here. Gets past one. Might be looking at a counter-attack. Flick over another. Maybe looking at the goal, but it's kept away by Fancy. And now it's Aoki trying to keep some pressure going. Tapping forwards with Unguarded Ace. There for that save. Penny now 50. And Kai there, just keep that pressure going. Looking for the double tap. Can he get it? He does!
Oh man, what a start here for the Dwarves. And I was going to say they look very composed in this first minute. I mean, you saw Kai just casually taking a stroll through the midfield, flicking one, taking on the last defender. But now they do finally have their first goal. And I mean, it's been a really good start for the Dwarves. But Potato, they know what they're capable of, and they've got plenty of time to take it back here with Fancy Lizard getting that very first crucial save.
Aoki tries to sneak it through, but Unguarded Ace there in time. Penny now cut down by Unguarded Try to get past another Kai. There for the save. Another shot coming through for Potato, but Dwarf's defense is holding on beautifully. Now Fancy Lizard, good 50 past one. Penny gets past another. Will be a save, and now Potato going back on the counter-attack. Can they do anything? A little air dribble, a little bit nasty coming from there. Kai can't quite reach it, and we've opened up this game with 2 mechanical goals.
Wow, Sponge Dog showing off his as he calls it, 15-year-old mechs. But I mean, credit to him, it was a very, very clean air dribble and a great goal to end that off. So we've had only a minute and a half and already 2 goals. This is coming straight off of the back of a high-scoring series that we had in the elite tier. That first game as well, I think it was 6 or 7 goals in total. So it's crazy amount of goals that we have tonight, and it is exactly as I said. I'm expecting a lot of goals from these two teams just based on their stats. 30 goal difference and 25 goal difference. So these guys, they love scoring goals, but the question is, who loves it more?
That is indeed the question. Penny gets a good tap into mid, and it will be there for Kai to slot it in. Dwarves bring themselves back to that 1-goal lead. Rotato, they've done it once. They can certainly do it again.
Oh, the pass from Penny was sublime, wasn't it? He took it into the corner, took his time, and just found that spot in the middle that no defender could get to. And who else than his buddy Kai to pick that up and slot it home. 2-1. Aoki trying to create opportunity here, but it is defended just off the backboard this time by the Potatoes. And they might look for a counter, but they get demoed in the first opportunity, and it just seems like it's staying in the orange half for now. But you'd be a fool to think that this is going to stay the way it is right now.
As you say that, Potatoes get the clear forwards. Angoranes tries to get a little pinch on the backboard for the pass. Now SpongeDog can't quite get that little double commit on the defense, but not too much worry about Kai. Does get a good 50, keeping it away in the corner. Now to Yoki. Good clear, just giving a little bit of time for his teammates to recover. Get some boost. Now to Penny. Tap down to mid, trying to get past SpongeDog. Does do it now onto the sidewalk for the shot. Does get it, but Angoranes can't get the save. It might be out. It's out. SpongeDog there for the save.
I mean, that was very composed there from SpongeDog. He didn't just dive at it. He wasn't stressing about where his teammates were. He just said, right, I got this. It's on the line. It's not going in. There's no one here. And he made a really good save there, just off the line. But this time, Penny dunks the defender to take their goal advantage to 2+.
And now, the Dwarves are sitting at more of a lead than they've had so far. But there is a lot of time left on that clock for the Potatoes to bring it on. Right back, Penny. Good 50, but Fancy Lizard just doing everything he can to keep that ball there. Now Penny once again tapped to the sidewall, looking for the pass. It will be Oyoki up there, can't quite reach it. Now SpongeDog, good 50 there. Now it will be once again Rotato on the counter-attack.
An unfortunate miss there from Unguarded Ace. I feel like he had such a good opportunity to play that into the middle and try and find one of his teammates, but instead it has gone the other way, and it is now up to the Dwarves to try and keep up this attack here. I mean, they're constantly peppering the backboard and trying to score that 4th goal that would certainly mean victory in this game 1, but the defense from Potatoes for right now is quite strong. They're holding on, they're rotating well, trying to clear the ball, but it just seems like Dwarves are ready for anything they try and throw at them.
You know what I will say, though? I haven't seen many demos from either team, which is surprising considering both of them top the leaderboards for the most demos. I'm wondering when the physicality is going to start to open up from either team. Potato getting a little bit of a look at the net. Maybe a demo could help open up that space a little bit more. Ioki might be looking at a good counterattack. Good pass to mid. Kai there for the shot. So is Penny. Kai taps it to the corner. SpongeDog a little bit awkward there. And it will be a big clear denied by Ioki. Maybe looking for the shot. Taps it backward. Kai there for the follow. Denied by Unguarded Ace. Potato once again locked in the back end. And there's the demos I'm talking about. Starting to shine through. Little double fake in the air. Yoki just trying to keep the ball there. Same with Kai. Just deny any opportunities for any goals coming from Potato.
Yeah, I was just thinking in the last 20 seconds of the game, if Potato want an opportunity at tying this game up, they have to score, and they have to score now. But the Dwarves just kept them in their half, kept them in that corner for the longest time. And there you see the stats. It was a really good showing there from Kai, getting 500 points and 2 of the 3 goals. And I mean, it was a good showing across the board. No one really seemed out of place. Everyone seemed to be, involved in their teams, whether it's saves, shots, or assists. But It was a good showing from both teams. I feel like the scoreline doesn't tell you the whole story. It is 3-1. It is now 1-0 to the Dwarves. But Brotato, they know that they can bring this game back. They still have three matches in this series. So we're looking at a potential draw unless the Brotatos just absolutely start firing on all cylinders. But very good start here for Dwarves.
Very good start indeed for Dwarves. That little bit of momentum can hope a lot coming into the next games. But it will be up to Brotato to deny every bit of that and counterattack with more of their own. See if they can do it here in game number 2.
Right, so we see for Brotato that Destroyer comes in for the Captain Unguarded Ace. So that might just be a difference maker here. What can he bring that is a little different from Unguarded Ace? Is it perhaps a little bit more intensity? Is it more demo plays? Is it more saves? Let's see and find out. But here we go, game number 2.
There's a little bump there on the back line. Aoki fakes it out for Kai. Kai looks for the pass. Will go for the shot. Can't quite get it. Now it's Destroyer. Good 50 on Kai. Penny is going to take some control of that ball. Take the big boost while he's here. Not allow Brotato to get... not allow Dwarves to have and lose possession. Now Aoki. Bending clear. Good dunk. Might be an open net for someone, but Destroyer gets there in time, showing his worthiness as for the sub-in. Aoki just going to try to keep it around mid. SpongeDog taking a play of his own. Look at the shots. It will be saved away. And Dwarves trying to get a play of their own.
That's a nice catch there from Destroyer. A little awkward just off the sidewall there, but he seemed to be doing just fine. Now we've got Kai trying to dunk a defender here on the backboard once again, and it seems like they just picked up where they left off. They're just constantly putting pressure on that orange net, but the defense from Brotato seems to be a little bit more intact for the time being. I mean, by this time in the last game, we had 1-1 already, and it just seems to be a little bit more of a midfield battle, if I could put it that way. But right now, the Dwarves are still looking a bit more prominent, but Brotato are finally warming into the game.
Those touches from Penny, really good for the pass play, but couldn't quite capitalize it. Now it's Penny, tap onto the backboard. Gonna take some boost. Now it's to Kai. Beat by SpongeDog, looking for the 50. Kai gets back in time. Good demo. Getting rid of that pressure coming from Brotato's. Penny now into the air, trying to get past all defenders. 2 up. Does keep the ball away, but not away from Aoki. Kai can't quite get that touch, and now it's once again Destroyer. Big clear. Penny tap to the right for Aoki to follow, but will just make its way to Fantilus with a very big clear. Might be a little good for Kai, but he manages to keep it out. Brotato getting a lot of pressure now. Still on the goal line. It's going but Destroyer can't capitalize. Dwarves make it out by the skin of their cheeks.
Lolly, you finally got what you were asking for. We just had 4 demos in the space of a minute, where we only had 1 for the whole game in the previous one. So it's definitely getting a little bit more spicy as we were hoping for. But now we're just waiting for that first goal, because last game it just seemed to start off strong, goal after goal after goal. But in this one, it seems to be a little bit more tactical. Try and get the ball, try and get possession, pass to your teammates. We see Aoki going up in the air. He's going to try backboard. Double tap, not possible. Penny's in the middle, but it doesn't quite reach him. He decides he rather goes back in case Destroyer tries to launch a counter. He does, but Aoki is there to make that save. It's end-to-end here, isn't it, Lolly?
It is indeed, but now we see Dwarves once again on the attack. Aoki couldn't quite make that. Kai, big tap to the backboard. Might be a good opportunity here for Penny. Gonna opt out for the backboard as well. Aoki couldn't quite make it, and that is going to be all of the Dwarves upfield just for a little bit. They do manage to make it in time to show a big pass to mid. No one there to capitalize on it, and now once again Dwarves taking it out, trying to get a 50. Kai, big tap to the corner, might be another opportunity, but SpongeDog there with great speed to keep it away.
That's a really good backboard defense there from SpongeDog. Makes me question if he's really a prospect, but either which way, he's playing extremely well for his team today. And They're just not getting out of their half, though. That's the issue. The Dwarves are constantly attacking. No goals yet, so that is a positive to take away. Unless Aoki puts it in. He puts it into the far corner, and now there's only 1 minute left to try and defend this lead. Again, Penny on the side, finding that backboard, and what a touch from Aoki. No defender in sight. And finally, we have the first goal, and it goes again to the Dwarves.
Good old caster's curse right there. As you mentioned it, we get one slapped into the back of the net. Destroyer now looking for the counterattack. Kai is there in time. That demo going to close some of that pressure coming from the Dwarves. That big shot might be able to go through, but Aoki keeps it away. Now Destroyer, big tap to mid. Demo on the goal line. Just left his Sponge Dog. Can't quite put it in. Potato forced to fall back after great counterattack.
Come on, Rotator. We've only had one goal from you this entire series so far. Yes, this game has been a lot tighter, but I believe that they can bring this game back to a level and maybe see our first overtime for the series. But for now, the Dwarves' defense is on point. That goes on the backboard. Unlucky for Fancy Lizard. He was sure he could score there. And now it is once again Dwarves on the attack. Petty follows it up almost instantly. But Destroyer gets a good clear. Goes for the mid boost. Tries to follow this up. He only has 10 seconds to try and make a play here. He pops it on the backboard. But the defense from Penny is solid as a rock. And that might have just been the last opportunity that Bro had. Penny plays it towards the other corner. This is safe and sound. And Dwarves do take 2 points from 2.
And now all the potatoes can hope for is a good old draw. Can they do it though? This momentum now coming from Dwarves just increasing with every single unanswered goal that goes through. And now sitting on 3 unanswered goals, just upping their confidence little by little each time.
It is, and I agree with you. However, the Dwarves were only able to score 1. So the Potatoes, they must take this as a positive. They must think, all right, we only let 1 in. So if we just pepper up our defense a little bit and make sure their counter-attack is cleaner than before, the opportunities are there. Potato, they need to stay positive. Yes, they're 2 down, but they can still play for a draw. And I mean, we're in game week 5, so every point matters. Every goal matters. So just get 1, and then once you have 1, get another 1. That's all you need to do. Make sure that you score and try and defend as best as you can. The Dwarves are tough opponents, but Potato have proven themselves so far this season.
They have indeed. Both teams really solid on the stats board, but only one will be able to come out victorious. Unless it's a draw, in which case I guess both come out victorious.
All right, here we go. We are in game number 3. We see Dura stepping in for the Dwarves. Now, we know Dura is also quite a mechanical player, so Potato must be a little wary about him. He's fresh. His legs are still fresh. He hasn't played all that much this series yet. So opportunities are there for him, but Potato know if they just defend well, they may have an opportunity here. First opportunity is here for them. Oh, there's a fake, but Penny doesn't get faked. He gets a good clearance towards the orange side. And now it is up to Potato to defend once again.
I love to see the creativity come from these teams. That a little bit scary, but Fancy. Not too scared at all. Dura can't quite reach that. Now it's Destroyer. Big tap to the backboard. Penny can't quite reach. Anyone there for the follow? No. Aoki. Massive clear down the end. Aoki can't quite follow that either. Penny. Tap to Aoki. Now Penny trying to 50 it. Lands up right back on Dwarves' halves. Can Bro capitalize on this? Not quite. Aoki sends a good shot forwards. Maybe looking for the follow-up to the pass. Dura there for the follow, but couldn't quite get the shot through. Now it's Fancy Lizard. 50 by Penny. Destroyer. Little bit awkward on that, but it will be saved away by Sponge Dog.
All right, we've shaved a minute off the clock here. We've got 4 minutes left of this game number 3, and Penny is trying to get his team to go all out for that attack. He says, let's take this win and keep up our record. I mean, as I said at the beginning of this series, they've only managed to lose 1 series this whole season, and that was at the very beginning. Since then, it's been W's all the way. So they want to keep up that momentum. But at the same time, Potato also know they haven't lost a single series this season. They've only had 1 draw, which was last week. So these two are going to fight tooth and nail to get that very first goal, but at the moment, the Dwarves are looking a bit more prominent.
They are indeed. But now, Fancy Lizard is going to try change that. Jura gets a good 50, gets a good second 50. It will be Yoki's there for the follow onto the backboard. Will Penny be able to capitalize? Up first, gets the shot! And Dwarves once again are opening up the scoreline.
Oh man, we love to see this team play. Aoki plays it on the backboard. He looks for a bump as he goes through trying to rotate, and Penny is there to follow that up and slot that home. Once again, Dwarves 1-0, and Brotato, they've got work to do.
They do indeed. They try to get off the kickoff there, but couldn't quite come through. Aoki. Big tap past one. Destroyer is there in time. Now it's Penny. Can't quite get that touch. Dura left back lost. Can't get his touch either. Destroyer just has to put it in. Brotato now finally get an answer to one of Dwarves' goals.
Finally, Brotato get a goal. First goal in 8 minutes played. They finally get back on the board, and this is the starting block. Guys, use this as the momentum going forward. Get that second goal. Get that lead. It can only be good for you. At the moment, they know that they're still 0 on the scoreboard when it comes to the series score. So they are going to try everything they can to try and get that all-important second goal. Fancy Lizard plays it into the corner, gets challenged by Dura, wins that challenge, takes it out the corner, but Aoki is there as a third man and makes sure that that ball doesn't get any closer. Here's Destroyer, plays it past one onto the backboard. Just not enough boost to try and follow that up.
Good try on the touch. Fancy Lizard up there with speed, but Dura will be there to keep that ball out of harm's way. Destroyer very confident there. Does get it in time. Maybe another opportunity for Bronze going middle. Destroyer, can he get there? Penny manages to slot it away from the net. Now Destroyer once again looking at the backboard. Denied by Aoki this time. Now Fancy Lizard just holding that pressure forwards. Good flick past one. There's the shot and it will be in. Brotato now taking a lead of their own.
The pass from Fancy Lizard taking Dura out of the game, and SpongeDog ready to sort that. And what a placement, may I say. He finds the gap between two defenders and puts it in the far corner. Finally, Brotato lead. Let's hope they hold on and finish this off to try and get that all-important draw to keep both of these teams intact. But no, Dura says, you know what, it's my turn. It's my game, this one, and I'm finally going to add my name to the scoreboard. What a play off the kickoff. And Destroyer just didn't get back in time. 2-2, 1 minute 40 to play.
Now we get into the spicy gameplay. Back to ground zero for both teams. Which one can take the win? Good 50 there coming from Fancy. Leaves it for Destroyer. Destroyer can't quite make the shot. Now it's SpongeDog tap up, but it's a 50 onto the backboard. Aoki gets a good clear. Dura gets a little bit caught up on that. Fancy Lizard might be gifted with an open net, but it's just wide. Now Aoki, big clear coming for the side of the Dwarves. Gonna try pass it back for Penny. A little bit of wall dashes there. Pretty surprising coming out of Prospects. Aoki, good beats. Destroyer looking for the shot, taps it backboard. Anyone there for the follow? Penny, good 50. And Dwarves once again getting some pressure towards the Brotato net.
You mentioned the wall dashing there, that it's surprising coming from the Prospect here, but I'm not surprised anymore, especially since last season. I saw these players play their games every week, and I mean, the mechanics are on point. These guys could be elite players, but this, once again, what a pass from Destroyer. Gets it off the sidewall, pops it over Penny, and then we've got who else but SpongeDog to finish that off. And again, Brotato lead. This is positive for Brotatos. Can they hold on? 46 seconds.
And they hold on indeed. That kickoff not going to be in their favor. But not to panic for SpongeDog. Now it's Penny. Looks for the shot. Gets a good demo on Fancy Lizard. Might just open up a little bit more space. Aoki. Sidewall double. Now it's Dura. Can't quite get past there. Now it's Penny as well. Looking for the shot. Lizard. Gets there at the nick of time. Dura looking for the bump. He gets it. Aoki. Can't put the shot on target. But instead, there's going to be one flying right towards their net. Dura. Big clear. Just 15 seconds left on the clock. Dwarves going to do everything they can to bring it back for themselves. Lots of demos coming out. Aoki now. Tap to the backboard. Big beat, but it's going to go wide. Another demo on the defenders. Been plenty demos in these last couple seconds. The most crucial seconds. That just in front of the net. Can Penny keep it up? No, Potato. Take one for their name.
Finally, Brotato get their name on the winning side, and this is much better here from these players. I mean, look at those stats. 15-year-old Max, also known as SpongeDog, taking that series MVP with 400 points and 2 goals. I mean, he's taken 4 shots, so that's a 50% conversion rate. That's not bad. That is not bad from a prospect player. Penny getting the goal, assist, and 2 saves on his side, but just not enough. He tried to keep the ball up at the end there, but a well-deserved win for Brotato. Taking the series score to 2-1. Still, that draw is possible.
And that is a very crucial win coming from Potato. It gives themselves a little bit more momentum against the likes of the Dwarves. All they have to do now is lock it out in the final one of the best of 4.
Final match, game number 4. Lolly, come. Let's. We didn't have time before the match started, before the series started. But what are you saying? Are we going to a draw, or are we seeing the Dwarves win?
We're going to a draw, and we're going to an overtime right now in game 4.
Overtime in game 4. All right.
Overtime.
All right. I respect it. I respect it. You know what? Just for the general being in the middle sake, I'm going to go with you. I'm not quite sure about the overtime, but I am going to say let's look for that draw. I want to see these 2 teams take it all the way to the end of the season. Game number 4, this is it. Do we see a win or do we see a draw? Let's find out.
Zioki getting some nice dribbles there, but Destroyer not going to get bamboozled by that. Fancy. Big clear forwards onto the backboard. Destroyer taps it back to SpongeDog, who's going to tap back onto the corner. Can't quite get the shot on. Now Penny looking for a clear. Fancy Lizard can't quite reach that. Once again, Dwarves going on the counter-attack. Destroyer, big tap to the court, to the sidewall. And it will be SpongeDog for a clear for the side up with Potato. Gets the shot out of nowhere. Past all the defenders of the Dwarves. And opens the scoreline immediately for Bro.
Oh man, I keep having to look at my notes. I keep wanting to yell out 50-year-old, but I can't do that on stream. His name, of course, is SpongeDog, and he's been a really key player for Potatoes this series. I mean, he's been involved in almost all the goals. He's been playing very aggressive, attacking Rocket League, and it's just great to see someone that we haven't seen before just pop out of nowhere and actually start shining for his team. And he's got great teammates in Destroyer and Fancy Lizard as well. But it has been a really, really good game so far between these 2 teams, between 1 and 2 on both the franchise leaderboards as well as Prospect, of course. And now we've got Potato leading for the first time in the series, being the first to lead it a game. And they don't look like they're going to stop anytime soon. They are constantly putting a pressure on this blue net, and the defense from Dwarfs has to be on point. Fancy Lizard gets a whiff in the midfield. Penny is there to follow it up. He plays it up, but once again, SpongeDog, ever the trustee, plays it out from his off.
Now Penny, big clear, controlled nicely by Lizard, takes up to the sidewall, looks for the pinch towards net, does get it. Ryoki there for the clear. Now SpongeDog, lots of time, gonna opt up for the sidewall, but decides to not continue up on that play. Jura tapped to the corner, denied by SpongeDog, and now it's once again Dwarves falling back into their defensive line as Potato have just been holding tons of pressure throughout this game. Now Destroyer, tap to Fancy, gets past another, but Jura is there to keep the pressure going. SpongeDog, big clear out though.
I have to point out that the rotations from Potato have really improved since game 1. I mean, it started showing signs of improvement in game 2, and then they're just really on point right now. They found their groove, they found their rhythm, they're communicating well, and you don't see many double attempts from these players. You don't see many 2 players going up at the same time. It's just constant rotation and passing to one another. Whereas with the Dwarves, they are starting to see this lead slip away. They have 2 games won already, so the worst they could do is draw. But of course, as any competitive team, they are looking for a win in the series. So they're starting to show the signs of double committing. The rotations are not all on point as much as you expect from them so far. But that said, 3 minutes have been played in this game, only 1 goal. This could still go either way.
Potato there dealt very well with the ongoing pressure of the Dwarves. Now it's Penny. Good 50 against Destroyer. Aoki, lots of space, but it will be 50'd once again by SpongeDog. Fancy Lizard, big clear down. Dura, left lost back. Gonna play patient, let his teammates get back, but it's gonna be a good 50. Maybe looking for the shot, but Aoki gets up in time. Potato not letting go of the pressure just yet, though. Destroyer will back out, allowing Dwarves just that little bit of extra time to recover and prepare for the next onslaught of shots.
Well, that's a good shot. That is going top corner. And SpongeDog gets a second for his game. And now it is a 2-goal cushion. Something that the Potatoes haven't really had so far in the series. But ups to them. I mean, they've really played well since game 3. They took the win. And now they look very comfortable with that 2-0 lead.
They do indeed. But I don't expect them to stop their pressure anytime soon. Aoki gonna try get the fake on Fancy Lizard. Can't quite penny. Big tap to the backboard. Aoki can't quite get the touch. Jura a little bit too far forwards. But no one there for the capitalization immediately. Now it's Destroyer. Looking for another tap to mid. Penny will be able to take that one out for free. Aoki, good 50, but it's gonna stay in the middle. Jura looking very awkward, but a little bit of bumps coming out from Dwarves. Just prevent that extra shot from coming through.
That's a really good challenge here from Fancy Liz. The question is, can he follow it up? He is sitting there waiting for it. He puts it on the backboard. Destroyer's there. Just doesn't get the touch. And it seems like his teammate was just not close enough to follow that up. It was smart third man play there, because he knew if he went for that and he missed it, the chances are that the Dwarves may have gotten one back there. Now, 30 seconds to defend a 2-0 lead. It isn't impossible. It's Aoki gets a demo and somehow pinches the ball into the net. Now there's only 20 seconds left. 1 goal in it. That overtime might still come true here, Lolly.
It might indeed. I'd love to see just what a demo can do. 1 demo out in the midfield just opens up a world of space for your team. Just get that little pressure going. Lizard tapping onto the backboard. Destroyer will be there for the follow, and that will be an absolute snipe to bring that 2-goal cushion back in favor of Potato.
Oh, Destroyer is the breaker of hearts here on the Dwarf side. They thought it's only 1 goal, guys. Come on, let's go get it. And then he just pops it back up to a 2-goal lead. Now with only 14 seconds left, the Dwarves are starting to shake in their boots a little. They're starting to think, okay, this is slipping away from us. This is their last opportunity. If they're going to make 2 goals happen, they have to do it now. But it is a little too late. Now Destroyer plays it towards the ground. Penny tries to keep it up for his last bit of effort, but it is what it is. A draw is what happened today. Both of these teams' records stay intact. And what a series we had here, Lolly. I mean, the first 2 games, we thought Dwarves are running away with this. And then all of a sudden, Potatoes, they just switched on. They just said, right, let me switch on my monitor. Let me actually play this game. And now we have a draw, which is what most people would have probably expected from first versus second.
That is indeed true. That was an exciting match going through there. Both teams played absolutely phenomenal, as you said. Looked like Dwarves had it in the first 2 games, but Potato turned that on its head. Brought themselves to the draw.
Yep. 2-2 in the prospect tier, and both these teams, their records stay intact. Both did not add an L to their records today, which is big ups for both of their teams, as well as their franchises staying in first and second place. For now, we don't have all the games played yet in the prospect tier, but we do have one more series, and this is, of course, in the Master tier. We've got Valkyrie Knights' Draugr versus Azura Gaming's Silverback. Now, Draugr is first in that Master tier, and Silverback is 5th. But that game is going to come up shortly, so don't go anywhere. One more series to bring you, and this should be a cracker.
some of these stats real quick. So yeah, first, this Valkyrie Knights Droga is first at the moment in Masters. Silverback is 5th.
We live, lolly.
Oh. I don't hear this man at all. Great greybeard. You're muted. You're muted.
This is great. Well, at least you saw me impassioned. And it wouldn't be, if I'm involved in a stream, I'm going to be on mute at one point. My apologies.
Oh, yeah.
So we're going to take this from the top. And apologies to Sparky and to Lolly, who've heard this entire pitch. I was right at the end before being told I was muted. So I'll try this again. So this is the reason I am here, and I'm here very briefly before I hand over to Sparky and Lolly, is this is an appeal to everyone watching. RSC is a community league. It is run by the community, and right now it is being pretty much managed and run by three increasingly tired and ragged people. And remember, the ashes of passion. When you've got passion for something, eventually the passion turns to ashes if it isn't supported. And my appeal is, if you want to get involved in RSC, whether it's in streaming, in casting, in data, in stats, in management, we have so much that we need help with. My appeal to you, please get in touch and let's get you into our various committees. Help make this stream grow. We've come to realize that the two most important things for the long-term future of Rocket League in SSA are two things: schools and community. Right now, ACGL is doing a stellar job and growing. 150 schools have signed up for the High Schools League. So schools is happening. We want to grow this community. We need help. So my brief appeal to all of you, if you want to get involved, please send me a DM. I want to hear from you. And there we go. That will be the end of my appeal. And now I'm going to hand you over to Lolly and Sparky for our last series. Gentlemen, over to you.
Hello, everybody. We are here, ready for a Masters game. I'm not going to waste too much time. Our teams are already ready to rock and roll. And we are going to rumble here with the 1st and 5th seed currently in the Masters race. That will be Valkyrie Knight Droga and Zira Silverbacks. I'm joined by the lovely Sparky Cracked.
Hello there, Lolonizer. What an interesting match we have in forward of us there. It's going to be insane. We got some master gameplay, Olympic, the guy who has gotten the most demos so far in RSC, in SSA so far in Season 2. So we'll key to see if we'll get a few demos from him here. And once again, Zany on his team here. Looks like it's going to be a strong one here.
And Zany, we all know him. We saw what he could do at the very end of last year's RSC, and look at he did this time. Droga tried to get a goal early on, but couldn't quite get it. Now Zyro, big clear down to the other end.
As you see, a good attempt to try to get the pass mid, but Friction cuts out now nicely. Zany able to get there on the wall here, quite fast indeed as Bigfoot tries to go up in the air, looking for the pinch of the wall, does get it, but blocked out by Olympic.
And now Olympic looking for the top possible opportunity there in front of the net, but couldn't quite get it. Bigfoot denied by Zyro, but big clear coming from Friction, denied by Zany right there in the middle line. Potato now. He gets the touch pass. Bigfoot will get beat here by Zyro. Zyro up into the air, looks for the reset, goes past one, looks for the flanks. Friction, they're in time, and now Bigfoot lost the space on that ball.
Oh, and a good bump attempt here from Friction as well, but Zany able to get that save. Zyro tries to redirect, but cut out by Potato in the midfield as Zany follows this up here. The bounce quite awkward for him. Does get the touchdown. Is he looking for that fake touch? Does get around one, but no, Bigfoot's able to reach that.
Bigfoot, lots of experience as that third man. Zyro, big 50. Potato gets the clear out, but it's Olympic. Follow it up, maybe looking down to top of two with Zany, but it's going to be 50 away. Olympic going to be forced to take a little 50 on that. Bigfoot gets that boost, but doesn't do much with it. Gets the clear out. Friction gets past one defender. Oh.
No, Friction on the backboard here gets a nice touch mid. Potato, is he going to be able to pass this? No, quite awkward as Olympic gets a nice touch here. A few demos from him coming in this early game already here.
Bigfoot though, tap to the sidewall. Friction, tap onto the backboard as well. Anyone there to follow? Not quite. Bigfoot will be there to get a 50, but Zany gets a better one. That shot is going to be faked out. Bigfoot will take it to the sidewall. Looks for the redirect forwards, does get it. Can he follow once more? Gets past Zany, but Zany, good touch on the 50. Potato now gets the nice big clears.
Big clear out here, but Zany able to stop that on the backboard as Zyro collects it to the wall. Olympic needing to follow that up, does well here to get around one. Can he get past two? But no, it's not enough as Zany tries to get some wall dashes going there, does so well indeed, but blocked out by a defender as they find themselves on defense. Zyro, Friction almost getting that goal there as Bigfoot tries to keep the pressure on, but Olympic doing well to deal with that. More wall dashes coming here. Zany gets a nice save here, very awkward on the wall, but manages to reach out as Potato has the ball, going for a few flicks, but saved here by Zany.
And now Zany's going to get a counter attack. Good flick over, but Friction there to dive it down immediately. Now Zyro is going to have to be tapped that away from Friction. Zany, big demo on Bigfoot, just going to open up a little bit more space. Good try on the dunk. Friction might be able to get the touch, but it is a very good job. Zany now touches to side onto the backboard, going to be kept away by the post. Now
Watching
Zyro.
that post. Murdering here in all tiers. Tries to touch here. As Zyro goes on the wall here. Friction, good clear out here, but it's not on target as Zany is able to collect this, but gets blocked out by Bigfoot. Zyro in the air, trying to look for that aerial dribble. He does get one. He's able to get the pinch mid. It is mid, but Friction able to do well with that defense.
Now Bigfoot taking it out. Trying to get past Zany, but Zany just an absolute stone wall on that defense. Now looking for the clear. Maybe a pass to mid for Zyro. Zyro is there, but he's going to opt out. And now to Potato. Good demo from Friction, just giving him a little bit extra space. Good tap over Zyro. Bigfoot there for the shot with Zany. Nice, calm and composed to keep it out. Potato now is going to get some extra boost there. Starve Silverback from any resources they have in that back line. Zyro takes it nice and calm to get a little clear.
Dogger having a lot of shots in this game, unable to put one in the net though. Good defense from Silverback as another demo comes through from them. Doing well to just keep that defense in lock here. Rotations looking strong as Olympic tries to get a good clear, but Bigfoot's able to cut that. The ball bouncing in front of Zany. What can he do with this? Goes up in the air, tries the Zen movement, couldn't quite get that at the wall. Just disrupts him there.
Friction, that tap is going to be forwards. Bigfoot there for the read. Can't quite get the tap down. Now Zany clearing it once again, taking some momentum. Forwards will be 50 away, and now Friction on that ball. Zyro, big tap to the backboard. Bigfoot there though. Just keep it out of that danger zone. Potato now 1v1 against Zany. What can he do? Looks for the flick, Zany! There, just holding that ball out of the net. Once again, going on to counter-attack.
Zyro able to collect this here, cutting out that pass to Friction. Friction needing to come back as the demo is on their last man, but does also just defend that. Hopefully, all players back here for Jogger as they do find the ball in their hands here. 7 seconds left on the clock. What can they do?
Time is ticking away. Will it be able to end in no regulations? Zyro taps onto the backboard. Anyone there to follow? Not quite. Olympic is going to keep that up. Now it's Zyro. Little air dribble to mid. Just wants to keep it out of the hands of Jorgen. This RSC Olympic. Good tap onto the backboard. Going to be kept away. Zany denied by Friction. Now it's Bigfoot. Just going to try and tap that away. Maybe get onto the floor. And there it is. Game 1. Overtime.
All this pressure from Jogger, but the defense on Silverback looking so strong. The demos coming through from them as well. This time, is it able to go in the net? No. Bigfoot's able to collect that on the backboard. Now it's their turn to play defense as Olympic tries a shot, but Potato able to get that save.
Good 50 from Bigfoot. Olympic takes the pass back. Zany now gets the 50 going forwards, but Potato will be there to deny. Zyro now. Tap onto the side, wall friction. Once again, big clear potato looking for the redirect, but Zany is there to cover it. Olympic big demo as well. Just clearing some of that space, getting rid of Droga on that offensive pressure. And now Droga once again in their own defensive line.
That pre-jump from Zyro off the ceiling, almost finding the net there, as now the pressure is switched. Droga needing to get this goal here. They do want it. He's 1 minute into overtime. Can they get it? Your potato tries the aerial, fakes it out. Bigfoot's almost getting that shot on target, but cleared out by Silverback.
Now Bigfoot pass mid, big demo there from Zany in the midfield. Another one, just getting rid of the entire opposition. If they're not existent, they can't save your shots. And sadly, he missed out on friction. Now Zany will be denied by Bigfoot. Friction there, big clear. Can Potato get the beat? Not quite Olympic. Going to keep that ball moving forwards. Bigfoot though, calm and composed on that back line, just keeping that ball away. Big clear once again for Droga. Now Silverback in defense.
Trying to get this ball out of their half here. Friction. A good pass coming mid to him, but couldn't quite find the net there as Bigfoot tries to recycle this. A demo from Zany once again. I'm pretty sure there's been 10 demos on their side alone. Good clear here from Zyro. Olympic able to get this pre-jump here. Does get it mid. Is Zyro able to finish this? Good save from Friction, reading that ball. How, I'm not sure, but Zany keeps us alive. All those mechanics, those wall dashes, finding the ball mid, but no. It's not good enough, and Zyro unable to get there fast enough.
Now it's Bigfoot looking for the clear. Does get past one. There's a little double commit coming from the side of Silverback. Nice try on the pass. Does fake and Friction. Can't quite get the shot in. Now Potato back to Friction. Friction still unable to slot it in that net. Now Zyro, not much boost. He's going to fake out. Go for the pass. Olympic now. Does have that boost possession, but Potato is just there ready for the dunk. Zany now. Tap to the backboard. Zyro looking for the pass down. Can't quite get it. Droga gets a big clear to release that pressure.
And Zany collects us back to his corner. Olympic with another demo upfield. What can they do here? Zyro in an awkward position, but manages to get that ball there. I mean, pretty well played from them in defense here as Olympic tries to touch mid. It is a bit dangerous for them. Bigfoot on the ball here. Gets a good 50, but Zyro able to collect. A nice bump here. The pressure still on for Silverback. Can Droga gets a shot here? It is backboard. Can Potato get this on target, but unfortunately couldn't. Found himself quite awkward there on the offense.
Now Bigfoot going to keep it going. Olympic will get a big clear. Friction there to keep it around. Now it's Potato taking it to the sidewall, trying to get past Zany, but couldn't quite. Big clear forwards, but that's just going to give Olympic enough time to control that ball. Bigfoot there for the dunk. Zyro keeping it out of that middle, where it could be potentially dangerous. The shot might come through. There's a good fake. Now it's Bigfoot. Just has to get past one, but Zany back in time. Silverback holding on right now.
The fakes from Droga, this pressure, it's relentless. Can Potato find the shot here? It is a good angle, but no. Couldn't quite wrap around the ball there. Zyro trying to get that touch there. Bigfoot playing those 50s in the outfield positions, and you're doing well to keep this ball in their corner. It is presumed a safe spot here for a team as Zyro collects this in the midfield. Goes for an edgeable fake. Almost gets him out here. Zany touches it back to the corner. Can Zyro find the ball mid? Olympic is there. Olympic goes up in the air, but saved by Friction.
Now Zany faked out by Friction. Big shot coming through for Bigfoot. That will be the end of game number one. Droga take it in on a relentless 3-minute 58 overtime.
Oh my word. That game for game one, Lolanizer, for that to be game one, to start the series off so strong. Oh my word, both teams really did bring their all here today, didn't they?
They did indeed. Absolutely incredible performance from both. This gets me excited to see as to what is going to come in the next three.
And we see here demos from AZG as well gaming. I mean, what can we expect? 13 demos already in the beginning, starting off strong, but couldn't quite capitalize on those demos to get those goals in.
But those demos do just make the opponents a little bit more awkward, which they are going to have to hope on. Because we did see Droga manage to pull that one through to the very end. Now they just need to keep on going. See if Zero has any response to that, which they very well might. They very well indeed can have that. That was such an incredibly close game one.
And I mean, you spoke about the wall dashes, the mechanics in Prospect here. Here we see it more often. I mean, on the wall there, all players just able to do anything with the ball. Just really leave your opponents expecting anything and everything to happen.
But now, heading into game number 2. Who can take it between Droga and the Silverbacks?
As we see here, up from Olympic, tries to get a 50, but Friction cuts out Zyro, able to follow that quite quickly there. He's able to find the double, does get the reset off the wall, touches it down, but look on the net as Potato tries to collect this here. Zany blocked out, the offensive pressure is still on here. 15 seconds in the game, and it feels like it's already been here for a minute. The pressure being relentless.
And now Silverback finding himself on defense. Olympic, big touch forwards. Zyro can't get that touch. Bigfoot might be left with double tap, couldn't quite get a Friction now. Takes out one defender. Tries to 50 past Zany, but he does a good job in that defensive line. Now Bigfoot gonna get dunked by Zany, and once again Silverback taking opportunities.
A good touch here. Bigfoot trying to shadow defense. That Zyro too strong, still with the ball. Almost gets the double, but the ball just traveled too fast as Zany collects this on the wall. Gets a 50 mid, but Friction able to collect this. Tries to touch out mid. Olympic there to collect it.
Nice try on the pass to Zany. That might spot to Zyro, who gets a free look at Droga's net. Silverback now to get a lead. Can they carry it through to the very end of game 2?
Slight mistouch here from Droga, not really expected and not seen a lot. Unfortunately, the ball did come into the net here as they try to get this goal back here. Zyro on the ball here, fakes out one, does do well here. Olympic able to get this. Can he get the corner? He does. It bounces down into his hands, but unable to do anything there. Awkward on the wall as Friction has a lot of time with the ball here. Goes into the air, gets a nice 50, and they find themselves here in a static position.
Now it's Potato looking for an opportunity over zone, but Zyro nicely on defense. That little demo might open up some extra space. Bigfoot 50 lands up in Olympic's hands. Friction there. Follow it up. Olympic tap back to Zany. Zany big clear, but it will be Bigfoot there to collect it.
A nice touch out mid here. Zyro able to go for the double here. Does get the redirect. He's on target. No, slightly off, but Olympic able to finish that one off. Zyro with an incredible redirect on the sidewall here.
What a pass coming from Zyro. Gets a second goal coming from Olympic. And now Silverback have a little bit of a blanket here of 2 goals to hold back any coming from Droga. Zyro gonna make a touch there. Gets a 50 on Potato despite his lack of boost. Potato looks at the bump on Zany, but can try to get Olympic. Awkward touch, Bigfoot there. Keep it away. Now Zany tapped to the corner looking for a clear, but no one there to follow. Zyro can't make that touch either. Zany there in time to keep it out. Snatch shot gonna be kept away by Olympic this time. Now Friction pass for Bigfoot. Bigfoot for the shot. Droga making it back to just 1 goal with an absolutely beautiful pass play between Friction and Bigfoot.
The vision needed for that. Friction just seeing Bigfoot there doing really well to finish that one off, as well as they now find themselves with the 1 goal left to just tie this game up here as Friction tries his hardest to get you, almost getting the bump of Zyro, but Zyro going to the ceiling, gets good touches around 2 defenders, 1 here to beat as Bigfoot controls this well. Off the back wall, can he go for his air dribble here? Tries to find Potato with the shot, but it's slightly off here. Can anyone find the double? No, Bigfoot collects this once again. The pressure is still on for Silverback as the shot comes through, but Zyro able to collect that one.
Droga doing well on offense, but we see Silverback trying to do everything they can on the defensive side as Potato slams one through that defense. 122 kph. A little bit of help on that speed coming from Olympic.
But they're doing well here. A good shot from Droga. They tied up the series just when they thought the momentum was on Silverback's side. They brought it back. Both all these players on these teams doing well here. A nice demo from Friction. This time the demo is heading towards Silverback. Can they get the nice clear there? They do. Almost capitalizing on this here as Potatoes tries to touch off the ceiling. Couldn't quite get that as Friction follows this one up.
Looks for the shot, but it's not quite good enough. Zany keeps it away. Olympic getting rid of Bigfoot from the field this time. Open up some more space. Friction tap onto the back with Bigfoot. Puts it in with an absolute Potato, my bad. But he puts it in with an absolute dimer of a shot.
What is that angle? That is the tightest angle ever. It just bounces in, not touching the wall. Potato. Ridiculous shots off the backboard there. A great pass coming through from Friction, assisting all goals here in this match. Doing well here. A nice demo from Zany this time. Doing well here. Olympic finding themselves with a chance over here, but couldn't quite capitalize as Zany collects his ball in the midfield. Goes for an edge, but can he beat one? But no, Bigfoot has a good read on this. Tries to get the double with the ceiling. Couldn't quite get that.
Now Friction, tap to the backboard. Not much boost to follow it. Potato will be there. Big tap onto the backboard. Olympic. There for the clear. Now it's Zany. Tap out forward, but that will be Potatoes to take control of. Big musty over Olympic, but Zyro manages to control that very well. Now Bigfoot. Little pinch over Zyro. Zany does have the time to control that. That demo from Bigfoot could be bad, but not much gonna come from it. Good save coming from Potato. Now it's Zyro. Looking for the pass mid. Tries to fake it, and now it's Olympic. Gonna leave that for Zany. Going up to the ceiling. One reset. Try goes over Bigfoot. Not quite though. Bigfoot. Splendid job on that pre-jump.
And a good offensive pressure from Silverback here, but Bigfoot doing well just in overall defense here. Almost getting a bump here to ignite the offensive play, but couldn't quite get that as Olympic tries the double off the back. Couldn't quite get that as Zyro collects this here. Tries a 50 mid, a good 50 here. Friction. Maybe get another assist here. Can he do it? Does get a good shot here from Bigfoot, but saved by Zyro. That angle and power just off the ground there as Bigfoot. Still able to follow this one up here. Does do well. Potato, good touch mid. Bigfoot once again trying here, but Zyro, good defense from him.
And now it's going to be Olympic. Can't quite make that shot off. Potato, good 50. Silverback. They're going to have to do everything they can here. Zyro getting some demos to Olympic. Looking for the pass out to Zyro. Zyro pass back to Olympic. Zyro saves the whole shot. And kills game number 2.
I'm pretty sure Zyro would regret that one. Oh my word. That save in the last second. Unintentional, of course, but very unlucky indeed. Oh my word, Lolanaza. Potato picking up the MVP though in this match.
He does indeed very nicely. Done from Droga. Managing to bring it back after being 2 goals down to the Silverbacks. But that will be the second game to Droga. All that Silverbacks can hope for now is a draw.
Oh, that is so unlucky on that final play. Zyro, unfortunately, couldn't quite get that play going for his team, but hopefully they are able to recover this. I mean, they started off pretty strong in this game, getting 2 early goals, but couldn't quite maintain that lead there.
Not quite. Silverback just had exactly what it took to bring that one through for a little bit of a W for themselves. Very nice showcase of some of their mechanics and some of their beautiful pass plays. We see some more of those. Those can really change how the possession of a team is handled.
It can indeed. As we start off with game number 3, hopefully Silverback wanting to take this one, of course. A good demo off the kick of Friction, laying off the pressure immediately as Bigfoot goes over one, but bumped off here by Silverback. Silverback trying to ignite the play here. Can they get this touch? But Friction clearing it instantly as Zany follows us up. Almost going for the double here. Gets a read on one, but it's not on target. Friction with the clear.
And the ball is still going to stay there on the side of Droga. Potato has some time. Not that much though. Zyro. Zany going to fake that. Olympic decides it's not quite safe enough for him to go. Tap up to the ceiling. Gonna leave it down. Bigfoot there. Not getting the touch he was hoping for. Maybe Zyro now trying to get past 2 defenders, but it will be kept away. That touch going backwards. Maybe the wrong way. Olympic will get an easy save over Potato with no boost. Olympic tap to the corner. Might be open, but Potato making it back just in time to keep that one out. Now it's Zany onto the backboard, looking for the shot for Olympic. What a save for Bigfoot! Just knows exactly where that ball's going and lands right there.
A pincher from Zyro off the ceiling, able to follow that, but it quite didn't go towards the net as Olympic tries an attempt to himself, but the ball going to the ground too fast. Potato able to collect that one as Friction tries to follow this one as well. Gets a demo on one. Is Bigfoot able to find this? A fake here coming from both players, but Zany able to just read that somehow. Doing really well here on the line there. Potato touch up mid here. And Zyro collect this, it does indeed. Takes it to the wall.
Now Bigfoot tap onto the ceiling. Not much boost to deal with. Zany can't quite get that touch. Bigfoot gonna leave it back, and Olympic will get a big clear. Zany can't get that shot. Potato gets a good 50. Now that demo, the back line of Droga could open up some extra space. Zany can't get that touch. Gonna try and dry out some more boost. Olympic not able to reach that. Now it's Zany up into the air. Tries to get past Potato, but Potato does an amazing job. Just dunk him before he even gets started. Friction, big shot at Zyro. Keeping it out. And now Silverback, they're looking for a clear just to get rid of that momentum, that pressure coming from Droga. Droga, big shot going forwards, but Zany will be there to slap it away for Olympic.
Olympic on the ball now, tries to get the touch here. Couldn't quite get a good 50, but Zany able to follow. It's a nice flip off the wall again, just to keep that pressure going. Zyro on the ball now. A touch of it, but no one's there. Has to collect this. Does well to keep that ball onto the side of Zany. Zany able to read this. Does get a pre-jump on one. Still on the ball. Trying to find that pass mid. Can he get it? Does. He's backward. Olympic with the shot. But slightly too low for him. As the demo comes through from Olympic. A lot of off-the-ball plays coming through from him a lot here. Zany tries to collect that, but ball goes to Bigfoot.
Now Olympic does get beaten in the 50 by Bigfoot. Now Zany, tap over one. Friction is there in time. Now Olympic tap to the side wall. Bigfoot there in time, but Olympic just slapping that ball down before anything bad happens. Friction though looks for the pass mid. Bigfoot's there, but no one. Well, it's not no one. Someone saves it. Keeping it out. Now Bigfoot tap to the side wall. Not much control off of that. Zyro up. The Potato will be the one there to slap it forward. Zany, what a save!
That ball almost finding the net there as Friction tries to just recycle this. Goes in the air, gets a reset. Couldn't quite do anything with that as he had a player on him already. Zany trying to get that read. It's a slight miss from him as Friction is able to collect that. The ball just floating mid. Friction finishing that one off.
Zany, unfortunate miss there. Leaves plenty of space for Friction to capitalize on. Droga once again sitting with the lead. Looking to take this game number 3.
Doing well here. Zany with the demo. A good start here on the kickoff, but they started well before. They just need to capitalize on this goal. Olympic tries to reset over one, gets a 50 on the other, but it's not in the net here. Zyro able to go off the ceiling here. Friction denying him, but Zany with a quick shot blocked out from Bigfoot there. Doing well here. Potato. Good demo, good pressure here to just relieve that offensive pressure.
Now Bigfoot, control touch to the side, but that lands in the face of Olympic. Big pass for Zany. Will be denied by 2 defenders. Zyro looking for the shot, but Potato there to keep it away. Now Olympic, pass back with Bigfoot. There in time. Now a little double commit coming from both Bigfoot and Friction. Zyro, big clear forwards. Friction does manage to bring it back in time. Bigfoot, big beat over there. Zyro left his last in net, but not much to worry about. Maybe looking for the pass mid, will be denied. Gets a good demo on Potato. Now Zany has time, has ball, but Bigfoot has a read.
The toucher from Olympic does go mid to Zyro to Zany. Zany with the shot going top wins, but Friction able to read that. Olympic trying the touch there. Gets a good demo. Zany able to backflip on this. Olympic following it really fast here. The Droga defense looking a bit shaky here, but doing well to just maintain the structure. Zyro, good demo here on Potato. The pressure's not over yet. 8 seconds left on the clock, and Zany gets a touch mid. It is mid Olympic with the read, but Zyro unable to go for that. Bigfoot on the ball. As the ball is mid again, but Friction there to collect it. Gets a big boom back. Zany just trying to keep this one up here as the ball inevitably does float down. Zyro unable to save that one.
And now Valkyrie Knight Droga are sitting with 3 wins in the bag. Zero gonna try to do what they can to just get 1 through, but that Droga offense and defense has been absolutely amazing throughout these 3 games so far.
They're doing really well to just keep that pressure going. I mean, Potato getting 500 points without any goals is quite bizarre to me. I mean, off the ball plays, those touches, every touch being so key for the team. I mean, that's why you see them with that 1 goal up. They're doing really well to just maintain that. And I mean, with all the momentum on their side, it's pretty well looks like the 4th game might go their way. I'm not too sure about your thoughts on Maza.
It very well might. It's not a game that is very split between each one just been a 1-goal difference between the two teams. Silverback definitely in a position here to at least take one off of the Droga name.
And Jorga hoping to make this a clean sweep here, but Silverback trying to prevent that as we have Zyro. Nice low 50 here. The ball is on his car. You can flick it in this position. Gets a nice 50. Goes for the bump, but no. The defense doing so well here. Potato with the goal line save.
Big pass to Zyro. Zyro gets past one. Tap onto the backboard for the double tap. Droga unable to keep that one out of the net.
Doing well on the initial save, but Zyro, the speed, just going off that wall, hitting that into the net at 118, doing really well to just get that in that net. A good follow-up from the previous play. That pressure, relentless, as Silverback find themselves with the lead in this game. Hopefully able to maintain this one as Zany. Good 50s here, doing a lot of nice low 50s on the Silverback side.
Now Bigfoot trying to get past Zyro. Can't quite. Potato there to take control of the play. Gets past one. Olympic gets the touch. Now it's Bigfoot keeping control on the sidewall. Tries to tap over Zyro. He does indeed get it, but Olympic is just sitting there in the back line, ready to give that away. Big pass out from Zany to Olympic, but Olympic can't quite reach it in time. That one going to be a bit awkward. Big demo from Olympic. Bigfoot looks a little bit awkward as his team out of nowhere just disappears off the field.
Zyro, nice flick over one. Bigfoot getting demoed again by Olympic. Olympic able to follow that 50. And Zany just waiting to pouch her. Gets beat by Fiction. Fiction doing so well to hit that past the last defender, leaving him with open nets there.
Zany pushing up a little too far forwards with not enough boost to keep himself nice and safe. Friction taking beautiful advantage of that back to 1-all game. Silverback
Goes up in the air. Potato tries one, but a pre-jump coming through from Zyro. Zyro almost getting that. Olympic able to cover him there. Fiction. Nice control on the ball here. Ball touch just close to all these players as Zany gets a nice clear out, but it's not enough. Bigfoot. What a pass from Potato through the midfield.
Beautiful pass coming from Potato. Bigfoot in position to send an absolute slot. Far left as he could about place it. Zany unable to get that save. Droga in a very common scenario for them in this series, sitting with the lead once again. But now Zyro gonna try to change that. Olympic and goes for the pre-jump, but Zyro couldn't quite reach it there.
A very ambitious pre-jump that was, almost getting it as Bigfoot. A nice touch to the corner. Potato able to collect this one. They are looking for the pre-jump again. Silverback playing really aggressive here in this third game. Another demo coming through from them. All players committed. What can Fiction do?
Friction does manage to get past Zyro and get a demo out of it at the same time. Zany low clear forwards, doesn't get too far out. Now it's Zyro up the sidewall, just has to get past Potato, who has pre-jumped in the air before he could even get up. Olympic now taking to the corner. Friction tap up, looking a little bit awkward. Zany can't quite get that shot on. Now it's Zyro tap to the backboard, but Potato there to get the clear and keep Droga's win or lead intact.
As Bigfoot goes in for the edgeable, gets blocked out by Zany. Silverback with these pre-jumps, absolutely reading all the touches here from Droga. That's one read by Zyro on the wall here. Tries to get a pass out mid, but Potato this time pre-jumping, getting a nice read. Zany in the air here, tries to get over one, does get past one. Unfortunately, no one mid for him there.
Once again, Potato there to keep it out of the danger zone. Now Friction back to the backboard. Potato too awkward to take that. Now Zany, big 50, but it will be Potatoes to take control of. Zyro gets her beautiful 50 on Potato though. Silverback bring it to a tied game once again.
Unlucky there by Potato, getting dumped by Zyro. Another pre-jump as well. I mean, not only these pre-jumps this game, I think I've counted 20. It's been so many.
There really have been a lot of pre-jumps.
Nice touch out here. Fiction able to try and get that shot almost on target as he does go backward. Bigfoot's unable to get that touch as Zyro does collect that one on the side. Fiction able to read that one again, almost getting that demo on last man. Didn't quite work out for them this time. The ball is mid, but oh, Fiction does find that one. What a pass from Bigfoot.
Droga not letting go of their lead all that easily. Beautiful pass friction there to slot it in. Silverback trailing by 1. Once again, as we've seen throughout this series constantly. Friction, good 50. Bigfoot gets faked out. Zany big tap forwards, but will just land on the nose of Potato's car. Now Olympic tap to the side for Potato. There for the clear. Friction, a good 50. And now Silverback just looking for another opportunity to slap it into the back of the net, but it's not going to come as Droga gets a beautiful clear.
It right back here for our Olympic, but the play's not over. Potato almost finding that shot on target here as Bigfoot goes up in the air. Does get the jump off the ceiling, but not quite enough as Potato has all the time here. Tries to go up in the air here. It is over 1. He's off the ceiling. It is a touch backboard and Bigfoot almost getting there, but Zyro with the save on the line.
What a save coming from Zyro, but him and his teammate go out for that boost. Friction spots an open net when he sees it and he snipes it through. Silverback now trailing by 2.
Unfortunate touch to the mid by Zany. Was looking for one of his teammates, but both went for a boost. As you said, Zany now trying to make this comeback here. Tries to get a reset over 1. Does fake it, but it's read by Potato as he beats 2 defenders now. Just 1 left in the net. Gets bumped by Zyro. His Fiction will take this one. Does get a 50 mid. Is Bigfoot. Does have the ball. Zany trying to pre-jump it. Does get the read, but Potato collecting this. The pressure still on for them.
It's Silverback. Gonna do what they can to keep it away. Friction now. Flip reset. It will be Zyro there to keep it out of danger zone. Olympic now. Looking for the pass to mid. We'll get past 1, but that will be a big clear coming up with Zyro. Keeping himself calm and composed on that back line. A little bit awkward, but nothing too scary here. Now Zyro. Not much boost, but he does get the good 50 out. It's just over his net. Zany. Gonna keep it away for a little bit longer. Big demo. Big double demo coming from Olympic. But it might be too late. The time is ticking away. Droga have the 4-0 sweep confirmed.
And with that being said, not a bad attempt by Silverback here in this final game. Couldn't quite pick up the win. Droga just looking too strong as a team this match.
Very, very well played between these two teams. The Droga pull themselves through with the win.
A lot of ball touches here from Azure, doing really well to just maintain that ball, keep it on their car. And oh my word, if my camera could maintain me on the screen, that would be lovely.
Parker, you've turned into a ghost.
But well played by both teams here, pulling all the stops to get the win. Really well played by both of them.
Very nicely indeed. But that will in fact be all we have for you today from RSC. I know it's sad, but we will be back again next week, as we always are. Thank you everyone for joining us. Myself here, Lone Miser, Sparky Crack, big thanks to Greybeard on the back end. We know you're listening. We will see you, and we are going to raid out to Kirika. So show Kirika a little bit of love from the RSC community. Maybe not.